It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game, tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what's up with it and what it do? It's your big dog, Bobo Luciano. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We back, up your back, going smack, smack, smack. Just like that. And I hope it feel good to you too, because the damn show feel good to me. I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl Jazzy K.
On the margarita. Yeah, me too though, baby. I ain't putting you out there bad like that.
You did already. About to have to stop and redo it.
No, we're not.
And please don't be cussing and stuff in this interview.
I won't. We're not. We're not. We're going to keep it
PG.
PG-13. That okay? Today is a special day.
I don't know. PG-13 now is kind of...
Well, you know, we can walk a fine line.
Okay.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about? We're just going to walk. We're going to stay on the good side of that line, though, all right?
You heard that, Kenny.
Y'all heard that? I'm with y'all. They got to keep me reeled in. But today I got my family member in the house, man. My brother came down and he said he wanted to give his testimony.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
His life story and his testimony, and from he only told me seconds of what he has been through in his life. And I said, stop right there. Yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it on film. I want it to be new to me when I hear it on film. You know what I'm talking about? So I can be shocked about it. So I got Jesse Estrello in the house. Hey, my guy. Yeah. What's going down? How you doing, Jesse?
Man, I'm good, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Pull that mic a little bit closer to you. There you go. You good. So, you see you sitting at the Texas table, right?
Yes.
I know you done heard about it. And we, you know, you and I and my wife and Kenny, we all about positive energy. You know what I'm talking about? And we believe that really runs the world. You know what I'm talking about? And so anyway, that blue star is our lightning bolt. That's our positive energy star. That's our everything right there that's dealing with positivity. You know what I'm talking about? And so we like to have some type of symbol. Not no false God. Just a symbol. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So like on Apollo, when they used to come out and rub the stump, we always start our shows off by our guests rubbing the blue star. Okay. And that's for you and your life and your career and your family. We just want it to be prosperous. You know what I'm talking about? And but you gotta leave something for us too. I know you always do because you're always praying for people, bro.
Yes, sir.
So if you can just rub that blue star for us, bro, before we get started, already. That's how we like it, man. We love it like that. So, Jesse, you know, you got a woman, I got a woman, you know what I'm talking about? And I got daughters. I don't know about you, but I like women first. We like to let my beautiful wife get this thing started.
Okay.
Oh. Mr. Jesse.
Yes.
So we're so glad to have you on the show, first of all. I think I just want to do it different this time and just let him roll.
Yes, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. You know what I'm saying? I just want to kick back and learn about Jesse, and we can jump in and ask questions as it goes, you know, and it's his story.
Yeah, so we're going to let Mr. Jesse start it off.
Okay, I'm going to start off like this. When I was 8 years old, my mother and my father were separated. And there always comes a time in the man's life where he wants to be close to his father.
Yes.
So I told my mother I want to go live with my father.
What part of Dallas was that in?
That was in Oak Cliff.
Okay.
What age?
8 years
7,
old.
8.
Yeah, there's a time, like I said, there's a time in a man's life that he needs his father.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom went over there to go talk to my dad, and he was living with this other girl already. And he said, well, let me move her out. When I move her out, he can come.
Yeah.
And that same week, my father got murdered.
Oh.
So that became my life. That's what started me as a gangster.
Wow.
Because of that anger.
Yeah, you talked to me about that.
Yes, that anger I'm talking about that anger just never left me.
You were real excited by going.
Yes, I was.
And that same,
That same week, my father got murdered.
Now, what was the
It was
story behind that? Was
his
it
girl that he was with. You know, she was messing with 2 different guys. And
no.
yes, my father was 28 at the time.
Youngster.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yes, sir. And that's what started my life as a gangster. I ain't gonna lie to you.
At least you know where it started, because a lot
Yes.
of people are still lost.
How did you figure out what started it? Just because a lot of people still don't know.
Because I wasn't sad. I was angry. I wanted vengeance. At the age of 8, I wanted to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
And you know, for you to think 8-year-old can't feel like that.
Yeah.
They can't.
I bet.
Because I felt like that.
What high school did you go to, Jess?
I went to Sunset.
Okay. Oh,
Right there in Oak Cliff.
The oldest school in Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah. I always got to shout out Sunset for that, man.
Sunset Bisons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So go ahead.
After that, man, I just started doing bad things, man.
At 8 years old.
At 8 years old.
Give me
10
an
years
example.
old, we were breaking to the machines at the laundromats. This old school showed us how to break into the money machines. So me and my cousin, man, we used to go break in the machines and come home with a bunch of change. And
Oh yeah.
so, you know, back in the day, you couldn't just take change to the bank.
No.
You had to roll it
Roll
up.
them up in them years.
So we sitting there all day rolling
How old was your
quarters.
cousin?
Same age as me. Same age as me,
Oh,
8,
wow.
9 years old. Yes. And we just hanged around and did the baddest things at the time that 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds shouldn't be doing.
What was the worst thing you think you did that you could talk about?
Probably breaking in houses at that age.
At that age.
At that age. And you won't believe it, man, that 8-year-old, I see the 8-year-olds today, and I said, man, I can't believe I was doing that
Right?
at that age.
Oh yeah, because they so small.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a 9-year-old. She's so tiny.
Yes, and I can't believe I had the mentality just to do that. And it was crazy, man, because like I said, we would do robberies, we would break in houses, anything what my cousin would think of, we would do.
Yeah.
And like I said, we had old school people teaching us how to do bad things, and we just started doing worse things.
Yeah.
So I kept on doing them things, man, and you know, my mom was raising us by herself, but you know, she was always at work, so she really wasn't.
Yeah.
She was present, but she wasn't present.
How many siblings you got?
I have 3 sisters and me. I'm the oldest.
Oh wow.
Yes, and I'm the only boy.
You're the man of the house.
Yes. So you know how that is. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Did you feel pressure having to contribute some type of way?
my sisters would listen to me. I was the one to give them the discipline.
Oh wow.
It's crazy, but they would listen to me.
Your closest sister is how close to you in age?
Man, we're the same age for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She's I'm 52. She's 51.
Wow.
When she turns 52 on May the 8th, we'll be the same age for 3 weeks until I turn 53.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, she listened. They listened to me. I was a man of the house, and at the age of 12, man, I joined the gang in Oak Cliff.
What was the name of that gang?
It was called Texas Bad Boys.
Texas Bad Boys in Oak Cliff.
In Oak Cliff.
What colors did y'all wear?
We didn't wear no colors. We were just dressed in, T-shirts, Dickie pants,
Yeah.
Converse.
Yeah.
There was like maybe about 10, 15 of us.
What age range were the Texas Bad Boys?
The same age, 12, 11,
yeah.
13,
Were all of them on the same level as you?
yes. They were they were doing the
Yes.
same thing I was doing,
Wow.
just doing the bad things.
Now, were all of them without fathers in the home?
Some of them had a father, some of them didn't. But, as you well as know, when you're raised in the hood and your mom and dad ain't really strict,
Yeah.
they leave you out there in the streets doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's so crazy because when I walk into my mom's house, it's all respect. But when I leave,
Soon as you leave,
it's over.
Yeah.
That goes out the door, and then you don't have the father figure
Right.
to tell you what you should do.
Check you.
Because believe it or not, man, the people don't understand that when you make decisions and you don't have a father around, you just make your own decision. And some majority of them decisions ain't the
No,
right
they ain't.
decisions.
It's coming from an 8-year-old, 12-year-old.
And their
You
mindset,
making grown man decisions as a
yes,
kid.
As a kid.
Yes.
So it went from there, man. I just started doing the bad things, man. And then when I went to high school, I joined another gang, and we started hanging around together. And and doing the bad things, drive-bys, fights.
Yeah.
We would roll around in 7, 8 cars. I don't know if you remember the 80s and 90s, man. If you would get caught slipping,
Oh yeah, Jack Boys.
yes, you're
Yeah,
out of there.
yeah.
So we would all be together all the time.
Yeah.
And everywhere we went, we got into it with somebody.
Where were y'all hanging out at back then? Draw a picture for it.
Well, see, half the gang was from Love Field,
Okay.
but they started busting them to Sunset.
Really?
Yes, it was crazy because they bust them all the way to Sunset.
Well, I'm trying to think what high school were they supposed
It was
to go to?
W.T. White and
Okay.
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
So they started,
DJ, that's right.
yeah, they started busting them to Sunset. So
Was that a conflict?
no, we became one gang, Love Field and Oak Cliff.
Ooh,
It was called Sunset Posse.
y'all spread out.
We
From
were,
North
we were
Dallas to
deep,
Oak Cliff.
man. We were deep, man.
How many members at that time?
Man, I say at that time, probably about a good 50, 60.
Oh yeah, it's growing.
Yes, it's growing.
Uh,
And out of that game, man, two of my friends got murdered.
while y'all were in high school.
We was in high school. And one of the friends was number 3 in the United States as soccer goalies, preventing the soccer ball from going in the goalie.
Yes.
That's
an art.
He was number 3 in the United States. He got murdered in a drive-by.
Was he part of the game?
Yes,
I was about to say in a drive-by.
in a drive-by.
What was he doing? Was he out?
We was at a party. It was at a house party. And all he did was, he was found behind the car and he picked his head up, got hit right in the head.
Wow.
Yes, at a drive-by. And the other friend of mine got shot point blank range with a 12-gauge shotgun.
What was he doing?
It was behind the girl. He messed with this guy's girl, and the guy found out who he was, and
In high school though.
in high school, bro.
Was the guy in high school?
He was in high school too. 14. You know, Oak Cliff was bad back
Oh,
then.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm talking about people don't understand how good they got it now.
Yes.
They sure don't.
In the 80s, 90s, it wasn't that easy.
It was a jungle
Yes.
because we saw it start and it transformed fast.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
South Dallas,
Yes.
Oak Cliff, East Dallas,
West Dallas.
Everything was bad, man. They
Yes.
were segregated.
Yeah, yeah. You couldn't go there. You couldn't go here.
Yes.
Yes. You had to be a real one to have a pass.
Yes, it's
You know?
crazy.
Mm.
And people don't know how that affected Dallas, Texas when Colors came out. And then you had NWA came out.
Come on, you sound like
And
me.
then you had Scarface come out.
Yes,
So everybody was caught up in all that
the
hype.
gangsterism.
Yes.
That's
It
what
hit-
it was.
It hit Dallas, Texas and Fort Worth, man, and there was no turning back.
No.
No
I can
turning back.
remember. I can remember when Colors came out. There was a movie theater. I don't know if you remember this. Right, the next street, well, right down the street from Redbird Mall.
Yeah, you talking about the
United Artists.
Yes.
8. It was called
Yes.
UA8.
that was a Rogues Theater in Dallas.
Boy,
That was a hood theater.
that was a hood theater,
Yes.
bro. Well, we didn't realize it because it was our hood.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We
But
saw
when
New
that
Jack
Colors-
City.
Yes, I saw New Jack City there.
Guess how
You
many
right.
beepers were ringing
Come on.
during the movie? Yeah.
But when that Colors came out, you remember the
Yes.
news, how people were getting shot in line, and I was like, in Dallas, it
In
was,
Dallas, bro.
and it just changed so
It changed so
rapid.
dramatic. Like I said,
Yes.
you had to be on your P's and Q's, man.
You had
As
to.
a youngster,
Jacking,
everything was going down. People was getting jacked for Dayton's and
yes,
Yeah.
they're getting jacked for their cars. Everything. It was that's just like the same movie Colors.
yes, everything that they did. It seemed like boom, we jumped right on top of it.
I got shot at that.
You got shot?
I got shot too in 1990.
Where?
I got shot in Grand Prairie
No, I mean where?
On your body?
on my hip. I still have the bullet in my hip.
Wow. What was y'all out there doing in Grand Prairie?
Man, you wouldn't even believe it. I went to this girl's house to go visit her, man, and I just felt the presence of somebody was in that house. So I don't know if I got the gift or what, but I can feel presence. So I started just shaking down the house. Find these 2 dudes in the closet, and I started fighting with them. I didn't even know the dude had a gun. Shot me. But this is how the Lord is. You know the little button on your jeans?
Yes,
That little
Levi
steel button?
Yes,
That man shot me from here to there.
point blank in there.
And that bullet should have went through me. And guess what? That button stopped it.
The
Slow
little
the pressure.
I call it the little rivet.
Yes. But it stayed inside of me. So they said, it would do more damage taking it out than just to leave it in there. So
What caliber? You remember?
it was a 38.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, it was just like, I didn't think I needed no gun in Grand Prairie.
Oh no.
I thought that was
Grand
the
Prairie, the
suburbs.
suburbs.
So what was that? She planning on doing a setup or something? Or
I guess
Who's
Obviously.
the dudes in the closet?
because she was scared.
It was
that
a
I
gentleman.
pulled up.
Wait a minute.
That was one of my girls.
Right.
So that was just.
Oh,
just going,
she was already there with
Yes.
somebody and
Yes.
told him get in the closet.
Oh. But it was
Yeah.
2 of them.
It was 2.
Oh, well, one was waiting, and then she made both of them get in the closet.
Man, there was another girl there too. So there was.
Oh, got you.
But as soon as I walked in, I felt the presence. I said, "Who's here?" She said, "Nobody." I said, "Why are you lying to me?" I started shaking down the house like a maniac. I found them 2 dudes in the closet, grabbed one by the hair and started hitting him. And I didn't even know this man got a gun in his pocket. He shot. Boom. When I got shot, I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I got shot, but I'm all right. Meet me at Parkland Hospital because I ain't going to Methodist."
You drove yourself?
No, the ambulance.
Oh, ambulance came by.
2 of my friends died at Methodist. That's why I said I'm not going to Methodist.
What Methodist?
Methodist Hospital in Oak Cliff.
Dallas.
I said I'm not going there. I'm going
Big
to Parkland.
Methodist or Charleston?
The big body
Oh, the big one.
with the cross on it.
Well, they all have a cross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I said, man, don't take me to Methodist. Take me to Parkland. Both my friends died at Methodist. Yes.
That's just a negative connotation of things to go. You could die anywhere.
So you ain't gonna believe this, Bobo, man, but you know how the drug cartels was going to Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't even know it. I was living next to a big drug dealer in these apartments. So he calls me over one day. He says, "Jesse, you want to make some money?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Take this car to Mexico and bring it back. I'll give you $10,000. And whoever goes with you, I'm going to give them $10,000. So in my mind, I was like, man, who will go with me? I got an aunt. She's kind of crazy. She's down for doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So
How old were you, Jess?
17.
What was in the car?
No.
Man, 200 keys, a bunch of pounds of weed.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to the story because now I'm like,
Yes.
just drive.
So you ain't
Look.
So me and my auntie were driving. We went 10 times. Came back 10 times.
Did you know what was in the car
They
in
told
the
us what it
beginning?
was.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they told us what was in there, but
Okay.
I mean, we just act like we're going to.
Yeah.
Back then, you can cross the border like it was
Oh, yeah.
right.
What part of Texas did you cross to get
Laredo.
Laredo? Okay.
All we would do was just wave a $20 bill, and the Mexican boy, they just get that $20 bill and say, either way, they didn't
Really coming and going.
They didn't care what you had. You put that $20 bill out that window, you gone.
Wow.
And we did that 10 times, man. And we got these other girls start going. They got busted, and we didn't go no more after that 10th time. And it was good we didn't go because they got busted at that border.
How much was the key going for back then?
About 14.
14.
Yeah,
That's
14,
cheap down
15.
here.
Yes.
That's cheap, and especially in today's prices.
So like I tell you, man, it went from 8 years old all the way to 17.
Yeah.
Just in the game, just doing.
Oh, you
bad
never
stuff,
stopped.
man. It don't stop, man. It gets worse and worse and worse.
So the guy next door,
Yes.
was that the end of y'all relationship once the other girls got caught? Or-
Yes, that was the end of it because we didn't want to go no more.
Okay.
He offered us 20,000 a piece, and we said, "No, we can't. We ain't doing it." And this is back then when nobody knew about
Oh,
bringing
really?
drugs across the border.
Did you know what? No, we ain't gonna mention that. I about to say, you
It's
know
good
what
y'all
family
didn't
that
get
was?
greedy and try to go one more time.
Yes.
'Cause
Oh yeah.
And like I said, Bobo, you know how that money came and went too.
Oh yeah. 10,000 is gone. 10,000. Let me ask you this, because we were saying 10,000 each trip. How much time will pass before y'all would make trips?
2 weeks.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, we
So
were going-
$20,000 a month. That's pretty good.
Yes.
That's pretty good in today's times.
For 2 weeks.
And we talking about the 80s and
then,
90s.
Yes.
Yes, you rich.
I'm rich.
We come
Yeah.
home, look, I would pay my mom's bills, all of them.
Bet.
I tell my mom, get ready, we're going to the mall. Me and my sisters.
What mall you going to?
Redbird.
Redbird Mall.
baby.
We going to Redbird, baby.
Redbird,
That's the Oak Cliff Mall. What else?
I'm talking about when they say we were balling, we felt like we was balling because we was
bet.
buying everything.
You was balling.
I bought 81 Cutlass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, that Cutlass got shot up so much it looked like the Bonnie and Clyde car.
You know who's
That's how
shooting you
bad.
up?
Yes. Different
Rival gangs?
Yes.
How many gangs was in Oak Cliff that you can think of back then?
The Mexicans, just
Yes,
the Mexican gangs.
Mexican gangs.
At least 25.
Wow.
At least.
This is the life a lot of people
Yes.
don't know about.
Yes, sir.
Because you just know about the Bloods and Crips. But even in California, we know that there's a brown side.
Yes,
and
sir.
they are banging too.
And
Where the
they're
movie
not
Colors taught us that.
They're not
you know?
playing no games.
Oh, I know y'all ain't.
They catch you slipping, you out of there. I know a lot of people lost their lives in the 80s and 90s. A lot of people, 4 people I know for sure that was close to me.
Really? That's sad, bro.
Being caught up in the wrong place, wrong time.
Me too, man. I know a few people myself.
So going back and forth, bringing them drugs, and selling weed, just in the game, bro, just in the streets.
How much was pounds going for back then? 250?
300,
300?
250.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember.
It's so crazy because I was breaking down the pounds, $25 sacks.
Yep.
I was breaking down the pound and making $1,600 off a pound.
Yep.
Selling for $25, big old sack.
How long it take you to run through a pound?
I was living in, I don't know if you remember these apartments, 12 Hills.
Where was that at?
It was right on Davis.
Okay, yeah. How far was it from?
Them were huge apartments.
How far from Bronco Bowl?
No, that's right down the street. That's like maybe 3 blocks away.
Okay, I probably passed by.
These apartments were huge, Bobo. I'm talking about. I would
just serve out of
2
there.
days. 2 days I'd be out of a pound.
Damn.
And I would just walk around because I had them jabos. So I walk around
Baggy ass jabos.
25 in this and 25 in that. And I would just walk around the apartments. Everybody come here.
Was it mostly Hispanics in that apartment?
There was blacks too.
You were serving everybody.
They were selling crack, but I was just selling weed.
They knew you for the weed.
Yes. And, and it's so crazy, Bo, because I never have a problem with people because I was selling weed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a low.
They
say
they
that
never mess
cocaine
with
bring
me.
a different kind of energy.
Yes.
They say that.
You probably knew my homeboy Heavy D from West Dallas.
I bet you I
He
did.
was the one selling that crack in 12 Hills.
Yes.
Yes. Big old dude, like 6'7", 270, 260.
That's a big dude.
Big old dude. Yeah, Bobo, it came from just when everybody knows, man, this life is, when you get caught in the game, you just stay in the game. It gets worse and worse and worse.
Oh yeah. Because you master one thing, and then you take steps to elevate.
Yes.
So, go
Okay,
ahead. What age were you when you first went to jail or prison?
I went to, it's so crazy because at 17, I got caught with 4 aggravated assaults. And these guys, supposed to be gang members,
Yeah.
I shot at them and they told the police on me. So guess what I
We
did?
ain't really gang members.
So guess what I did?
We
bro?
quit.
I had a bunch of money, so I paid the lawyer, and the lawyer gave me their addresses. I knocked on her door. I said, y'all don't better go drop them charges.
It's gonna be something else.
I said, I know where you live at. I'm giving you 3 days to go drop them charges. I knocked on her door, Bobo.
How
I
many of them
believe
was
it.
it?
I see your eyes.
4 of them.
I knocked on the door, and 3 days later, they dropped the charge from the DA. Said, well, you know what? We'll just make a misdemeanor. Just sign this paper right here. So I got away with that for
It was like probation.
No, they didn't give me nothing.
Nothing.
A
Walked
misdemeanor.
away.
Misdemeanor. That's
Yes.
Yeah. A slap on the wrist. That's a
Yes.
ticket.
So here it goes.
That's a blessing.
At
It ain't no blessing. You just had the bread for it.
Yes, and at the age of 20, Bobo, I caught a murder case.
You caught a murder case.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it.
Me and this guy was getting into it behind this girl, and
Oakland.
I had a reputation. And this dude was he was younger than me, but he was, put it like this, he was pushing me.
gaslighting.
Yes, yes. He was, I went to go visit this girl, man, and he shot me up, man. Shot one of my best friends in the chest.
He shot you up?
Now, he didn't shoot me, but I mean, he shot at me.
Yes.
As soon as I pulled up to the house. He shot at me, man, and
And
after
your
that,
friend got hit?
my friend got hit in the chest.
Oh, that's a deadly wound.
Yes.
Did he make it?
My friend made it.
Okay, good.
But this is so crazy how the justice system was back then.
Wait a minute. We ain't through.
No, I'm saying the police investigating everything. They didn't do nothing to this dude.
Oh.
He shot at my house 2 times and shot at me that time. So I seen him 6 days later, Bobo. Man, I let him have it.
Oh, okay. I thought the story. I see what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And I mean,
Where was you at?
Street justice.
Oak Cliff.
In your hood or
In
you
Oak
went?
Cliff, yes, sir. And I caught him in broad daylight, 1 o'clock in the evening. He didn't even know.
Any witnesses?
Yeah, they had the people in the car.
His car.
Yes.
No witnesses outside the car because that's before cameras. That's
Yes.
before everything. You could get away with something like that if there wasn't no witnesses back then.
So Bobo, man, I went to court. They didn't offer me nothing, Bobo. That's how the system was. They didn't offer me a plea deal, nothing.
Oh,
My
no.
first time.
Yeah.
First felony ever. They took me to jury trial. 55 years.
Damn. Did you pay for a good lawyer that you
I paid
thought?
for a good lawyer, but
Yeah.
he sold me out too.
What?
His name was Ed Siegel.
Ed Siegel.
He was one of the best lawyers.
We thought he was one of the best.
One of the best lawyers in Dallas as far as felonies. He sold me out to the DA though.
Wow.
Well, because they all got relationships.
Yes. When they say they drink, they eat together.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
Drink
they
together.
do.
Yeah, they party together and everything.
Yes.
They do.
They go to their parties.
They know each other.
Yes.
That's like us kicking it with somebody that, in our field.
Well, I know you know this too, Bobo, but in the 90s, from 91 to like 95, they did a sweep in Dallas.
Yes, they did.
All the blacks, all the Hispanics.
Yes, they did. I remember that
They
sweep.
took everybody off
That was
the
the
streets.
first time I ever remember hearing about a sweep.
Yes.
The biggest sweep that I ever heard of.
They filled up all the prisons.
Yes, they took a lot of people off the streets that time.
Yeah, I'm talking about, and I was part of one of them. They were giving people life sentence, 65, 85.
Yes.
And how old were you then?
I was 20.
What year was this, Jesse?
It's in 1993.
Yeah, that's that's right when the 3 strikes rule hit in California.
Yes.
That's when what's the lady name that was governor then?
Ann Richards.
Ann Richards was
She built
building
them hospitals, built them prisons.
all them prisons all over Texas.
And they filled them up too.
They filled them up real quick. They were privately owned prisons,
Yes. Yep.
businesses. Yeah, you lived through it.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
So here you are with a
55
murder
years.
charge and a 55-year sentence.
So guess what? It gets worse.
Come on.
I go to prison.
Well, I always ask this question. You're 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, that's a youngster.
Yeah.
That's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's your first time walking in through prison doors and the gates.
Yes, sir.
What was that first night like?
I mean, anybody can say that they're not nervous. You're nervous. You don't know what's going to happen. But my mentality is, I ain't never getting out. So whatever it is, it is.
Yeah.
Just get it.
Already.
Whatever's going to come is going to come.
55 years, you got that mentality.
I didn't care about nothing then.
How you wrap your head around a 55-year sentence, though? Like, what? That's what I want to know. After, at trial, well, I guess it's sentencing when they tell you your sentence. What goes through you when you hear something like that, 55 years?
At 20 years old.
I just feel like my life was over.
Yeah.
Was family in the building?
My mother and all my family fed up the whole courthouse.
Did you have kids at this time?
I had 2 boys.
Mm.
Yes, they were both. One was 9 months, one was 10 months.
Damn,
By 2 different girls. Yeah.
So that first night, you're nervous. You say it gets worse.
It gets worse, because back then it was like you hang around with your city.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're from Dallas, you can hang around with Dallas, Houston, Austin, Fort Worth.
Where they send you to?
They sent me to the terror unit. The terror unit was the worst unit in Texas at the time. Terror unit.
Yeah, I heard of that.
It was the worst unit in Texas at the time. And when you first get there, they say, where you from? I said, I'm from Dallas. Okay. They could say, go to rec tonight. So you go to rec and here they go. Your homies from Dallas. They say, you got 3 of them, man, that's fixing to look at you. You got 3 of them fixing to look at you.
Mm-hmm. Look at what? Oh, ooh.
That's what that means.
Back to back. You know what I'm saying? You fight 1, then you fight 2, then you fight 3.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
No recoup time in between?
You might get a minute, but that's it. You're gonna
all Hispanics.
All Hispanics. So
this is what we don't hear. We always hear the black stories, our stories.
Yes, you go through this what they call it a heart check.
Ooh.
To see when in the state they're looking for soldiers. They ain't looking for no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're looking for somebody.
They're gonna find out right away.
Yes. You gonna be down or you ain't gonna be down.
Yeah.
So you fight 3 people, you're good. Okay, you're in. So I joined the gang.
What was that gang called?
I think, like at this time, it was like I said, it was D-Town.
Okay, just the D-Town gang.
D-Town and Houston, Austin, and Fort Worth.
Was it beef between the 4 major cities?
No, we didn't have no beef like that. It was
Okay.
it was all love.
Okay.
In 4 cities, they called it 4 horsemen. There was
Yeah.
everybody was together
That's good.
at 4 cities.
Okay.
So 2 of my homies, they got a tattoo on them, and it said HPT. And HPT stands for Homitos Puro Tango. So all the gangs started hitting us up. What y'all doing? Y'all starting a gang or whatever? So it was like tension. Mm-hmm. We said we can represent ours regardless of what.
Yeah.
Who was running the penitentiary for Hispanics back then?
It was not who was running it. It was just like there was gangs that were already established.
Because I heard
like
of
TS, Mexican Mafia.
Yes.
There were like the gangs that were out there.
Yeah.
The Aztecs, they were there too.
I remember them.
But
I remember the TS.
When them youngsters put that tattoo on, they didn't even know what they started. They started the Tango Blast.
The Tango Blast.
Yes, that's what it's called.
What's the Tango Blast?
Tango Blast is the 4 cities. Yeah, it's the 4 cities of Dallas, Houston.
It started with how many members, you think?
Man, Ontario unit, man, probably.
That's where it all birthed.
Well, see, when they opened that unit up, they sent Ferguson, Beto, Cofield, they sent all the units to open it up.
Okay, yeah.
So everybody there, that's what started. It was like, I'm going to say in the whole unit, probably 200 members, 250.
How many members you think it has now?
At least 50,000.
And it started right there with y'all.
Right there in that time in 1993. See, but the people don't understand it. When we started this gang, it's not a gang to like,
Terrorize.
I'm telling you what to do or I'm doing this. It was a gang to help people go home, because the other gang members were recruiting people and letting them go stab somebody.
Yeah.
Catching more life sentence, catching 30, 40 years more, just to, tell them you got to go stab this dude. You don't even know this dude. They just tell them you go stab him.
Yeah. What do you think that's about? Just business, right?
It's it's politics, prison politics.
Okay.
Somebody might did something on another unit, catches up with them.
Okay, yeah.
So what we did, we established the Tango Blast to separate. We're not gonna listen to nobody. We're gonna do our own thing. Yeah. You don't tell us nothing. We're gonna do what we want to do. So it kind of created a big commotion. So we established it now. When you're in prison, man, there's different things that you got to do that
to survive.
It's just like you represent me, I represent you. Whatever you do represents me. Whatever I do represents you.
Yep.
You disrespect somebody, you're gonna get involved. All of us involved because you disrespected that person.
Gotcha.
So we got to come. If it's a black, we're gonna come to the black leaders. Say, what do you do?
Yeah.
And we find out you're at fault. You got to come. Go outside.
What's the discipline?
3 or 4 people beating you up.
You can't fight back.
You. Yeah, you can fight back.
But there's no need.
But you fixing to get it worse.
Yeah.
They're gonna send 4 more at you. If you think you got them, you're gonna send 4 more at you.
Got you.
So it's all about respect thing, man. There's a lot of times, man, where I see these black people on the podcasts and the YouTubes, and that they're talking about the Crips and the Bloods and all that. But I don't really speak on that because that's not my position to speak on them. Mm-hmm. That's why I never comment on a black gang, because that's their thing.
That's their life.
That's their life, and I'm not going to say nothing about it because they know what they did.
Yes.
It's not my job to speak on them. I don't speak on other people.
I wonder,
and I'm cool with a lot of them.
I wonder if the politics were similar in Bloods and Crips and what y'all had going on.
Well, see, it's like this. I don't know. I mean, I could see what they do, but if one of ours messes up,
I don't know about that in black gangs.
They gonna pay for it, man. I'm talking about because
so it was a hierarchy.
Yes, it's like, put it like this: if say just for instance, say that I was gambling and I didn't have no money to pay,
but you out there gambling.
But I'm out there gambling,
and you lose.
Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna call you outside. See, you were gambling. You ain't got no money to pay him. Okay, we gonna pay him. Just get ready, cause you're gonna be knotted up. I'm talking about bad.
And you can't say shit.
Ain't no that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I won't
yeah.
do it. No,
So
Can't
how
tell
many
no-
years on the 55 years did you have to do?
I did 25 calendar years
Consecutively.
consecutive.
How many units?
I did. My first unit was, like I said, terror unit. That was the worst unit in Texas. There was 6 murders in 1 week.
Damn.
This was the worst unit in Texas. 2020 was circling the unit, 60 minutes, all that, because it was the worst unit in Texas. I stayed there from 93 to 98.
5 years.
And then I went to Telford unit for a year.
What's the name of that one?
Telford.
Telford. So let me ask you this: when you travel, does the Tango Blast travel?
They're everywhere where you show up, they there. And guess what? Get ready for another check because they don't know you.
Oh,
wow.
So just because you were
How
good
did they know? But damn, you was there when it originated.
Yeah. But sometimes that'll work. Sometimes they don't know you, so they ain't gonna work. So you're gonna
You
have to
supposed to
see.
be the nigga. I'm one of the OGs.
Yes.
Yeah, let me check.
But it don't work like that.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Bobo. If you're down, I mean, you don't have no problem doing that anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing but a squabble.
It ain't nothing but a squabble. Because I mean, if you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight. If you ain't, you ain't. Your whole put it like this: if you don't fight, your whole life just changed.
Mm-hmm.
What's the alternative? What's the alternative?
Put it like this: if any of you youngsters think y'all can, if y'all don't fight, don't go to prison.
What's gonna happen to him? Tell him. Let's tell him.
gonna
I'm
get
gonna tell you like
knotted
this: no, you ain't gonna get knotted up. You gonna have to wash some clothes.
You're gonna get ate up.
Yes, you gonna have to wash some clothes. You gonna have to. You get anything on like money, that ain't yours no more. You just get whatever they give you. And all you youngsters that are tough and think you're tough out there with this gun, you can't fight. They got something for you down there.
Yeah, ain't no guns in there.
It ain't no guns in there.
Ain't no guns in there.
And then guess what? I don't care if you're black, white, or Mexican. Your people are gonna come to you, and you're gonna have to fight. I don't care if you don't fight. Your whole life just changed. You might be somebody's wife because you just didn't fight.
Wow.
And they got people down there, predators down there,
Waiting on that.
waiting on that,
Waiting on the one that ain't ready to fight.
waiting on the one.
So you basically had to grow up in prison
Yes, ma'am.
at 20 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that like?
It was like,
Hell.
put it like this. It's not nothing to glorify. It's like your mentality has to be on go because you can start a riot any second. You can just bump into somebody and they don't say, excuse me. And there it is. That's a fight.
Well, and I imagine it's a lot of pent up tension
Yes.
as well. And
Put it like this. It's all, I mean, people, some people don't make it down there. Some people die. I know people that jumped off 3-row and bust their head
Because they couldn't
take it. They couldn't take being locked up in prison. Some people hanged themselves. Some people cut their wrists. Some people cut their veins. I know a white guy that cut his veins and pulled it out of his.
damn.
Because he couldn't take it. Like I said, if you can't do the crime,
Can't do the time, don't do the
you better
crime.
straighten up.
Yeah.
Hey, the other day we interviewed someone who gave us a great interview.
Yes.
Shout out Estrello. He said basically, whatever you want in the free world, you can get it in prison.
Yes, sir. Because guess what? It's a commodity. They paying them guards $28,000 a year.
Extra.
No.
On top of this.
No,
Oh, I
that's
got
their
the
salary.
That's their
That's their
salary.
salary.
Oh, I see.
So guess what?
They need it.
No, you bring me 4 cell phones and I'm gonna give you $4,000. You bring me a pound of weed, I'm gonna give you $1,000. You bring me cigarettes, I'm gonna give you. It's all money.
Oh yeah.
Now this is what I want to know. How you paying them?
Oh, they get
$1,000.
outside.
Man, you won't believe it.
Outside.
I seen some people that are in segregation, don't leave their cell for 24 hours a day, got a stack of hundreds like this.
In prison? Where
In
do you?
prison.
I mean, like,
Just they can get it. There's ways to get anything. I'm talking about people got alcohol down there, people got weed, they got crack, they got whatever you think. It just like I said, the guards don't get paid enough to do correctional facilities work. because who can live on 28,000?
That's what I said about Rick
Right.
Ross. When everybody came at Rick Ross about being
Uh,
a correctional officer,
yeah.
I said to myself, well, what was he the one that was bringing contraband in? What if he went down there for the hustle?
Yeah, he might have did that.
I mean, that's the first thing I went to.
Yeah.
I said he might have went down there for the hustle of it all.
Yes, sir.
Everybody went to, he a cop. I said, shit, in Florida?
But I'm gonna tell you this, Bobo. I made some money and I paid for my parole lawyer
Out of prison.
out of prison.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah.
How did you make money in prison?
They were bringing in 1,200 packs of Bugler.
Oh yeah,
Which is little cigarettes. Well, we had connections with the what they call the trustees.
Yep.
Well, they would drop it off at a location. Trustees would pick it up. We'll move it inside the compound and get it to where we needed to get it, and then we would distribute it.
Were you rolling them or you just sell the whole pack?
No, we just sell the whole pack.
Oh wow.
So
How long did that go on for?
that went on. I mean, it's still going on, but
Damn.
that went on until I got out. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you made your bread.
That's how I made my bread. I used to cut hair. I used to gamble.
Yeah.
I used to, just anything for make money.
When you say gamble, is it dice?
It's
games.
it's games. It's dice. It's basketball. It's baseball. Whatever you want to gamble on, you're gonna gamble in there.
I'm gonna ask you a question that sounds stupid to most.
Uh-huh.
That I never hear anybody say. Ask. Did you ever have any good times in prison?
Well, it's good times like maybe.
Because when you know you ain't finna get out and you just gotta
I'm
make
gonna
it
take
do
them
what
like
it do.
holidays. Everybody gets together and bakes a big old spread, they call them spreads down there, where everybody pitches in and they eat together.
Yeah.
The blacks do theirs, the Mexicans do theirs, the whites do theirs.
Yeah.
And they just feed everybody, even if the person ain't got nothing to eat. Come on, man.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying, glorifying it. I'm just saying you make the best of your situation.
Yes, you have to. Because like I said, some people can't, you got to be mentally strong to be able to do time. And I'm not talking about, some people just wake up mad every day. Like me, I had a mask on my face every day.
From age 20, when did your mask leave?
After doing time till I was about 38.
What age did you get out?
I got out at 45.
So around 38,
Changed my life.
you changed your life. What happened?
And this is so crazy, Bobo. You're talking about a person that didn't believe in God, didn't go to church. So I started, how you think of stuff in your mind, and God started answering whatever I was asking in my mind. He was giving them to me.
How? Giving it?
Like I'm gonna give you an example. We go eat. They call it the chow hall, and sometimes they make some pretty good cake. And in my mind, I said, "Man, I sure would like another cake." I'm just saying this in my mind. I'm not saying it out loud.
Yeah.
And the guy from 3 tables away said, "Hey, Jesse, you want some cake? You want this cake?" I was like,
I just asked for it.
I just, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Hey, that's a coincidence."
Yeah.
So another time they had some fish, and I don't like tartar sauce. I like ketchup.
Me too.
In my mind again, I said, "Man, I sure would like some ketchup." There's a guy coming through the line. Right-handed guy, Bobo. I said, "Jesse, you want some ketchup?" And I just start kind of choking up. Because I ain't never.
Oh, yeah.
You might say you pray to God, but you're not.
Well, what made you think that was God, though? Did you have?
Or did you have to
nobody-
learn that it was God?
I thought it was God because nobody else is hearing me. So I asked him, I said, "God, if this is you speaking to me, I need a financial blessing. I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
I went where they go buy stuff in the prisons."
Commissary.
I said, "Can you check my card?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Do I got any money?" She said, "Yeah, you got money." I said, how much money do I have?" She said, $300.
Damn. In
Bobo,
prison, that's a lot of money.
God is my witness. I haven't been broke since that day. God has blessed me, man. So check this out, Bobo. I'm in the game.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, how did that go?
I gave my life to Christ.
How did they go over with the gang member?
Got baptized. So this don't ever happen, Bobo. This don't know God
Wait.
did.
You skipping over too much.
Okay.
Wait.
No, I was gonna get to it.
Yeah. Okay. You gotta
look.
walk us on through there.
Okay. So I'm in a gang, right? So you know what I'm going through. I just gave my life to Christ.
Yeah.
Got baptized.
Well, wait, no. So how did you go from getting ketchup and
Learning that was God.
well, how did you go from getting ketchup to giving your life over to Christ? How did that?
Because when he gave me that financial blessing, I knew that was God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gave my life. I knew God was speaking to me.
So, did you have spiritual counsel in jail that you could go to,
people,
or did
there was
you
people in there that was, they were like, they got the way they have Bible studies.
Yes.
They have Bible studies in prison too.
Okay.
So somebody kind of
Was lacing me up, telling me, walking through there.
Who was that person? You remember?
His name was last name was Adams. He was a black dude, man. He was like a preacher.
Okay. Shout out Mr. Adams.
Yes, and
give him a
Tyler
shout.
Adams. His name is Tyler Adams.
Tyler Adams. I read it.
He's
Shout
from
out.
Tyler too.
Wow. Okay. Shout out Tyler Adams. East Texas, baby.
Yeah. So he started mentoring me, started to give me the word, and letting me know what they mean, and because when I read the Bible, I used to read the Bible like a novel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can't read the Bible like that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask God to give you wisdom and knowledge and how to let the words mean something to you.
Yeah.
So you have to read it with your heart. You can't read it with just, like I said, as a novel, as a book. So I started reading the Bible, and I started, so I was feeling it, man. I had a dream. This is so crazy, but I had a dream that this lady baptized me. So we go to church that Sunday, and this lady shows up.
The lady from your dream.
Yes, she's a prophet.
Mm.
Her name is Devia Curry. She's from Dallas too. And after the service, well, I was in the front row because I was like being in the front row. She kept on touching me on my stomach. Every time she passed me, she would touch me on my stomach. And after the service was over, I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I said, "I had a dream about you that you baptized me." So she told these guys to hold me. Mm-hmm. She touched my stomach. When she touched my stomach, Bobo, I went into a spiritual trance. When I came back, I was speaking in tongues. I never spoke. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about this is a gangster. I ain't never been religious. I ain't never went to church, nothing.
Never heard nobody speak in tongues,
No,
never
heard
in tongues.
I thought that was crazy when I heard somebody do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
When I come to out of that spiritual trance, I was speaking in tongues, Bobo.
Did you think it was just a black church thing?
No.
Okay.
I just thought people were crazy when they were
just
speaking.
Just because white folks do it too?
Well, I know, but it's usually,
No, I'm saying, but I thought it was people were crazy.
Yeah, me too.
That was just a worldly thing.
Yeah, especially at a young age.
You're talking about the gangs. I'm speaking in tongues, Bobo. I never thought,
Mm-hmm. You were aware that you were speaking in tongues.
I was speaking in tongues, Bobo, and I never spoke in tongues in my life.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So that happened. So now I got to face the game now.
Yeah.
So guess what God did?
What?
He went to them and put in their heart, if anybody wants to leave the game, we're letting you leave without nothing. No, usually you got to leave. You got to fight them.
Fight your way out.
The same three. They call it. They open the doors for us. So they opened the door for me. I left.
Right around that same time, that policy happened.
Mm-hmm.
You were wow.
I became a Christian. Full-fledged Christian. And then I got shipped to another unit, micro unit. I got shipped to micro unit. There was even a blessing there because there was more spiritual over there.
Yes.
And
how much time did you spend there?
I spent there 5 years.
Oh, you had a good time. Not a good time, but you had a good spiritual time.
But I got favor. They gave me a job in the ODR. With the ODR, this is where the officers eat. They gave me a job in there. God gave me favor in there. The warden, I got so much favor, the warden started calling me by my first name. They don't call you by your first name.
Oh, no.
They call you by your last name. So I started getting favor, man. I started going to classes, and this is so crazy, Bob, because I had a dream. No, I was reading the Bible. This is how I knew I was going home, Bob. I was reading the Bible one day. And when I was reading the Bible, it said, go to Deuteronomy 2 and 3. So I heard the voice. So I go to Deuteronomy 2 and 3 and says, you have been on this mountain long enough. That's what the word said in this Bible. And I just started crying, Bobo. because I know God was speaking to me.
Now let me ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
I always ask this question of other believers. When you said God spoke to you, because I know how when God speak to me, what it sound like. Did you hear an audible voice, or was it your spirit?
It was like a little low voice.
Did you think it was your subconscious, or did you just know it was God?
No, it was God.
You know.
You know, Bobo.
Yeah.
It's okay. So you know how us as people, we don't believe anyway. We still don't believe. So he gave it to him in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
In a dream, I was in downtown Dallas, and I was looking up, and there was 3 orca whales, like the ones from the ocean.
Yes.
They were making a number 3 in the sky. And we had a prophet in prison. You won't believe it. There was a prophet in prison. It was a Mexican dude out of Mexico, couldn't speak no English, but he can interpret any dream you ever told him, Bobo. He can tell you what it means.
Wow.
So I went to him.
I might need to write him.
So I went and told him. I said I had this dream. As soon as I told him the dream, he said, "Jesse, you're going home." He said, "You're going to get a FI3." That's what that 3 was in the sky. FI3 means it's a program you have to go through. It's called changes.
Yeah.
And just like the prophet said,
How long we after?
about 6 months, I got FI3 bubble.
Mm.
And I went home.
You had faith that it was coming too.
And I went home, and I couldn't believe I was going home because I never thought I was going to get out of prison.
Wow.
So here you are.
Here I am out of
You
prison.
blessed. You go home.
Mm-hmm.
Did your walk with Christ continue, or
Yes, ma'am.
did you?
It's so crazy because I thought this girl, she was coming to visit me every week, Bobo, and this girl was a beautiful girl. You know, I thought this was my wife. The God chose me because this girl was being, she was.
How'd you meet her?
I met her before I got incarcerated.
Oh, really?
It's crazy,
Okay.
But she was like off and on for them 25 years. So I went home to her, and it was like the first 3 months I got out. And she wasn't the one, Bobo. She didn't want me to go nowhere. She makes a lot of money. She works for a big major hotel. And she didn't want me to go nowhere. She said if I need money to ask her for money, she'll give me the money.
Trap.
But this broke the whole thing up. I went and took my mom to eat. And she said she didn't want me to take my mom to eat.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's so crazy, Bo, because she got drunk one day and started going off and going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I had 6 trash bags. Put all my stuff in them 6 trash bags. And I was in front of the house. The cops came, Bobo.
Lord, that's the last thing you want to see when you just got out.
What?
Bobo, the cops came, but guess how much favor God had with me.
They gave you a ride.
They helped you pack.
They didn't want me. They didn't want to know what was happening with this.
Yeah.
They want to know what I went to prison for. The story like I'm telling now, that's
Yes.
what I'm telling them.
Mm.
They said, don't worry about that. We're just going to give you a ride down the street.
Wow.
With them 6 bags. I'm in the back of a police car.
They gave you a ride.
My mom's going to pick me up down the street. It was so crazy, Bubba, because I seen a demon. It was at 12 o'clock at night. No cars, no nothing in the street.
You saw it where?
In the cross street. I was like on the side of the cross street.
Was this while you were standing outside with the bags?
Yes. And if he would have came that way, I would have been running. But it looked like somebody was riding a baby bike. He went up the street like this, and he came back and went that way. It was like a little.
How did you know it was a demon?
Because I could see. I could
Just
see it.
discern. Oh.
Yes, I seen it. It was a demon, but he looked like he was riding a bike. That's how fast he was going.
Yeah.
But it was small.
He wasn't riding the bike. It just looked like
It looked like he was riding a bike.
Yeah, just because of the speed he was going.
If he-
Okay.
like I said, if he would have came this way, Bubba, I would have been running that way.
That way.
But my mom came and picked me up, and I moved in with a good friend of mine.
I'd have been trying to find out who that demon was.
Okay, and what you over here for?
Why you coming? Why am I seeing you?
I don't know why he said me. I don't know to this day, but I seen him. That's only.
You ain't the first person to say
This is the only out
the
of
demon.
This is the only time I ever seen a demon with my own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved in with one of my good friends, and I got on my knees and I said, Lord, I said, can you send me my soulmate? Because I don't want to be out there in the streets with different women.
Right.
I already experienced that when I was young.
Yep.
So 2 weeks later, I go to this club called Players. You probably know it's right there in Oak Cliff on Illinois.
Okay.
It's called Players, yeah. And when I walk in this club, first I didn't want to go because I told my homeboy I was a Christian. He said, just give me 5 minutes. You don't like it, we'll leave. I walk in, there are just 2 girls sitting at the stools. And they say, hey, there goes Jesse. I heard him in my ears. It's like, Bobo, nobody in this club is supposed to know my name. I've been going 25 years.
You've been going long ass time.
Like, who was y'all?
So I went to the restaurant, came back. It's my high school girlfriend, Bobo, from Sunset.
Oh.
Her husband passed away in 98. She ain't been with nobody. In 2017, I met her at that club.
At the Players Club.
And guess what?
Y'all still together to this day.
We ain't been separated since that day.
Wow.
May 27th, 2017.
Since the day at the Players Club.
Yes.
That's how me and my wife are. We ain't been separated since the first day we started.
Bobo, I have not been without a job for 2 weeks since I've been out 7 years.
Look at that camera.
Yeah.
Hold up. Won't he do it? Hold up.
All the time.
I haven't been without a job.
Okay.
2 weeks since I've been home.
So do you feel like
Wait a minute. Hold up. You're not. This is one of the biggest obstacles that people face after getting out of prison, having a felony, and being able to support yourself and not being able to get a job. Y'all can't tell me. Okay.
First job I had, it was on Harry Hines Boulevard. I was working at a shipping and receiving. They were paying me $7.35 an hour, Bobo. And I was slaving. I'm talking about
you would.
stacking.
But it was a job.
Stacking boxes and wrapping them.
Yeah.
And I asked God, I said, God, I know you got something better for me than this. Because I'm talking about they're slaving me, Bobo, for $7.35 an hour. I'm getting like maybe $260 a week. That ain't nothing.
No.
So
how do we survive?
He gave me another job, landscaping. Now they're paying me $100 a day.
Yeah.
7 days a week. I'm getting
that's 24. That's 24,000 a year.
Yeah, I'm getting that. So that same thing happened. I said, Lord, I know you got something better for me. So he gave me a temporary service at Aerotech.
Yeah.
He gave me finding the surveys, finding the pipes in the ground.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I'm getting $18 an hour now.
Oh yeah.
So I worked with them for 7-8 months, and they said, well, we're gonna hire you. Good worker. Never missed, never called in, nothing. I'm at work. They gave me a letter saying that they're going to hire me. They're going to start me off at $23 an hour. 3 months from now, I'll get a $3 raise. I'll get 2 weeks vacation. They got the whole thing.
It's a real job.
Yeah. And I signed the paper. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy, but they finna hire me. 3 days later, they come back and said, sorry, Mr. Estrello, we can't hire you. We did your background. So now I'm hurt, Bobo.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm thinking this is a job for me.
Yeah. That's a test.
This is a job for me. And I was real sad, man, because I thought that was a job. But look at God.
Yeah.
I went and go get an oil change at Freedom Chevrolet. And I knew one of the managers. He said, Jesse, you want a job?
What was his name?
Josh Dean.
Already.
He said, start tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That's where Jesse's been ever since.
How long ago was that?
7 years.
Already.
7 years now. June the 8th will be 7 years.
That's beautiful.
I went from making $24,000 to making $100,000. And God just blessed me with a brand new home in 2020, brand new truck in 2020, my wife in 2019. I just bought her second Lexus. So I'm telling you, people say you can't find a job, that's an excuse. I don't care where you got to work at.
It's out there.
It's out there. In Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, all this area. They got millions of jobs. Don't say you can't find no job.
Now, how is your relationship with your sons after
both my sons
for so long?
Man, you ain't gonna believe this. One of my sons is acting and modeling.
He's what?
Acting and modeling.
Really?
He's in, he lives in Dallas now, but he goes to California. He got He does commercials. He does videos. I can show you 3 or
Your
4
relationship
videos.
is good?
Yeah.
Good.
That's my oldest son. He's 32. My other son is kind of like, I don't know if you know Bobo, but they kind of have how can I say they kind of got something against you because you weren't there their whole life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he kind of like, he stays away. But, I know he's good.
Yeah.
He just stays away. So I just let God deal with that.
Yeah. You can't do nothing about
But
that.
just keep trying.
Yes.
Because that resentment will leave. I mean, I remember going through that, my dad, and then it was like when you get in trouble, then he was like, oh, yeah. And I was just like,
I tell you what do. Go ahead, my man.
Where are you when I'm, what I mean, when I'm not in trouble? But just, I encourage you to keep trying because, it's just like sometimes they just want to know you mean it and you serious and that you're not going anywhere. Well,
I'm going to tell you this. I give them my phone number and I give my address where I live. And I say, man, whenever you need me, I'm going to be there for you.
You know what you can do? You just keep living your life righteous and be the perfect example for him. And he'll look over at you and learn something.
Yeah.
And maybe God will soften his heart. It may not be when you want it to be, but it's when on God's time. You know what I mean? But you just keep being Jesse. And he's looking at you like, okay, he ain't what I thought for 25 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he think my daddy a criminal. You ain't no criminal. You know what I'm saying? He just want to see you shine. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shine in a good light, in other words. So just keep being a good example, whether you reach out to him or not. And in due time, I believe and I pray and I hope that God will soften his heart and bring him back into y'all.
He will. I know he will.
Yeah.
I mean, I always tell everybody, it's God's time.
Yeah.
It's always.
Sometimes we get anxious.
You don't tell God's
plans. Not right now.
Yeah, don't tell God's plans.
Not right now. I'll give it to you in
due time.
Yes.
Because sometimes we ain't ready for that blessing. You know what I'm saying? You think you're ready for it. And then when God give it to you, you're really not ready for it.
Let me tell you this quick story. So when I get out, one of my cousins, he's balling. He's he's selling drugs.
Yeah.
So he takes me to Bombshells one day. And when he's going to the restaurant, there's these guys trying to start trouble with him. He got like 15 guys with him though.
Damn.
And these guys that he was getting in trouble with, they're Tango Blast. And so I walk up to him. I said, I didn't know they were Tango Blast until the guy was going like this because they represent the star. And I said, what happened, man? And my cousin said something disrespectful to you or he said something to you? He said, no, I just don't like the way he looks. So there's like 9 of them. So I said, you Tango Blast? He said, yeah. I said, you don't even know who you're talking to. I said, what I should do, I should call a bunch of my friends right here and we should run discipline on you because we don't start trouble with our own people. When I told him that, he didn't know what to say.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy, man, because like I said, I don't glorify none of that. That is my past.
But it's in you.
That's in my past. And my son, he had a little problem and I caused a few people and that problem went away. Because just because you change your life and you're good, your name still rings.
Yes, it does.
And my son, my oldest son, he knows. He didn't know until he had that problem.
Yes.
When it went away, he just he couldn't believe it blew him away. Because like I said, it's nothing to glorify because you got little youngsters out here saying they're Tango Blast and the only way you can be a Tango Blast, you got to go to prison.
Yeah.
It's nothing to glorify. And the way they're doing it now is it's something that's not supposed to be like the way it is now.
It's like the Bullets and the Crips. It changed over time. You
Yes.
know, it started off one thing and now it's something else. So,
Yes. And like I said, for
that.
anybody that's watching this show and you think you're glorifying a gang, just let me know there's only 2 roads for gang members.
Speak on it.
You're either going to prison or you're going to the grave. If you want to be a gang member, just choose one of them roads because you're going to one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no
They might
other
not
way.
can't choose. The guy gonna choose the form.
Yes. There's
You know
no
what I
other
mean?
way. I just feel like, if you come out here from prison and you change your mind and your heart, you're going to make it. Because some people, you know what they say in prison? They say like, man, I can't wait to get out. I'm going to go party. I'm going to do it. Their mindset is still the same way.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't change your heart and your mind, you're never, ever, ever going to change. You're going to be like the cycle.
So that's the thing. My wife always asks, "Do you think that you?" Well, I see it, but I want to hear you say it. Was there any real rehabilitation for you in prison?
You rehabilitate yourself if you want.
If you wanted to. Okay.
But like I said, you got to change your mind and your heart first.
Yeah. Maybe that's what prison is all about.
If you don't change
your
your mind
and your heart, bad
yes,
living conditions to where you got to say, man, I don't never want to come back here.
Ever. I won't wish that on my worst enemies. Because guess what? I don't understand how youngsters, they can out there and do all these crimes, but they don't want to listen to the mom and dad. But in prison, you got to listen. Tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when to eat, when to use the restroom, get in your face and cuss you out, and you can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing.
And guess what? If you do, there's going to be a problem. They're going to beat you up and throw you in the cell for 3 or 4 weeks.
In the hole.
Yes, because all authority is theirs. You're not going to win. I don't care if you beat one of them up.
Yeah.
You beat 2 of them up.
Yeah, they're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. Like the army.
Until they either beat you up and hurt you, or they can even kill you. Say, well, he committed suicide. That's what they're doing down there.
Wow.
So what's one of the, I guess, what is it that you cherish the most in your walk with Christ now?
What I cherish the most is, it might sound crazy, but he has everything that you want and desire. You put it in his hands, and he always shows up. Because I never thought I was going to be able to pay $4,800 a month in bills.
Well, there you go.
And it's 7 years. And Bobo can tell you, he's been in the car business. It's not easy being a car salesman.
It ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody. You got to have patience, and you got to have a drive.
Yeah, you do.
But guess what? God ain't never failed me.
Amen.
He's never failed me since, like I said, since the age of 38.
Yeah.
And what was that? 2005.
Yeah. I said something to my wife the other day. I don't think I said it. She may have thought I said it wrong, but I know what I meant by it, and I see it in you. I said that I lived a charmed life because God seems to always show me favor. What did I say, baby?
That's not what you said. You was like, have you ever been with anybody as blessed as me?
Because because, bro, when stuff go wrong, I don't have no fear. I turn it over to God.
I'm gonna tell you,
like it always.
I'm gonna give you
like it always works out. But that's what I meant by it. I may have said it wrong. That's what I meant by it.
I'm gonna give you a little spiritual advice. See, man, all we want is respect. People don't know, like marriages. The wife don't know. Some wives don't know that us as men, we have to deal with everything, the bills, the whatever's going on in the house. Something breaks in the house, we got to get that fixed. So you don't know, but the quiet time that we get, that's what going through our minds, because we got to solve that. There's no choice. We have to solve them problems. And like, it's not that I don't want, like my wife say I'm crazy because I want to go outside and just sit on my rocking chair and just stay there for a couple of hours and just get my mind right, because guess what? Everything coming, I got to deal with it, regardless of what. And it's not going to go away. I have to solve these problems.
That's right.
And I'm not saying your wife can't help you solve the problem. I'm saying that as a man, you have your quiet time, because you got to be mentally strong and spiritually strong to deal with every situation that's coming.
Because when you got a family.
It's like you and your husband. I know your marriage ain't perfect, but y'all try to get it right.
Yes.
Y'all talk about it. That's the main thing me and my wife do. We communicate.
Yeah. That's the key.
Yes, it is.
Communication.
Yeah. That's the key to it all.
My wife's she's been working at a bank for 23 years, Citibank.
Yeah.
And she's good with numbers. I just put everything in the joint account, and she pays everything.
Citibank is a big bank.
Yes.
In case y'all don't know, all them credit cards y'all got to flip it over.
Okay.
It say Citibank on the back. Don't they?
Yeah.
They say Citibank on the back.
Yes.
I don't care what card you got except for Discover and American Express.
She was going to come, but she was working. She was doing
I would love to meet her. I know wifey would too.
She's like I said, she puts up with me and I put up with her.
Yeah.
We balance each other.
That's what marriage is.
That's what it's about.
One last question from me. I don't know.
I'm good. You go, baby.
What do you have to say to the young man out there maybe struggling with, his father's not in his life, or his father was murdered, he's angry and he's heading down that path, or the people who think it's not cool to be Christian, or it's not cool to believe in God?
When I tell you this, man, if you're hanging on anybody that's not doing nothing positive, you need to erase that person from your life. I don't care if it's your brother. I don't care if it's your friend. If they're not doing nothing positive, you need to remove them out of your life. Because I'm a living witness. God had a plan for my life and he has a plan for your life. If you just trust him just a little bit, he'll change your life like you never believed he would change your life.
Beautiful.
And you're speaking from a person that's been through everything you can think of in life. Been shot, 25 years in prison, been in gang wars, been in everything you can think of that happens in prison. But, I thought my life was over, but before I left prison, he gave me to another scripture. He says, everything that the locusts have ate out of your life, I will restore. And he has restored everything in my life. I live in a 3-bedroom house. I have 3 cars. It's all because of God, man, and the hard work that I do.
Don't want for nothing.
I don't want for nothing. I have never been without a job in 2 weeks since I've been out of prison 7 years.
That's real.
My wife can tell you the same thing. She says, man, if you can do it, if I know you can do it, anybody can do it. Because I don't have no choice.
They just got to open themselves up to God.
Yes.
That's all it is. And I think
he makes all things new.
He does. And I feel like I have a walk with God that's like none other. And I know you do feel that same way as well.
Yes.
And so you got some shout outs?
I just want to shout out to all the dads out there, all the children out there. That, when you think it's over with, just always remember, man. There's a brighter day at the end of that tunnel, man. There's something brighter for you. You just got to hold on and be strong, because God didn't make us weak. We're men. We're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to be able to handle everything. And if you just give him like I said, just give God a little inch.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you a mile.
Come on. He said all you needed was faith of a mustard seed. That's all he said. And
I'm talking about all you people that's listening to the rap music and think that that's cool and shooting guns and all that cool. Just remember, if you can't fight, there's no guns in prison.
You don't want to go to prison.
There's no guns in prison. And guess what? That's the worst. That's gonna be the worst day of your life when you wake up and you know you're in prison and there's no way out. It's just like a maze. Them little rat mazes.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna be in. And if you don't like listening to your mom and dad, just guess what? You're gonna listen in prison whether you like it or not. Because they got somebody that's gonna
make you listen.
Make you listen. They know if you're gonna go to bed when they tell you to go to bed, you're gonna wake up when they tell you to wake up.
Now, you were sharing with me before we started that you do go and you speak and you give your testimony. How can people reach you if they are interested in having you come speak?
I can give my phone number.
No.
Social media.
Give your Facebook.
My Facebook.
Jump in his DM, y'all.
Yeah, you can reach me on Facebook. I don't care if you need me to talk to your son. You can talk to your church. You can talk to a convention. I have been to church. I have been to 20 churches since I've been out. I've spoke at a high school. I spoke at a junior high. I spoke at conventions. Any place that I'm needed, I will go. And I promise you.
What's your Facebook?
Facebook is Jesse Estrello.
Jesse, spell Estrello for him.
Estrello. First name Jesse. Jesse.
No I.
No I.
Okay.
If you need me to talk to your son, you need me to talk at your church, you need me anywhere, all you got to do is just call me and I'm there.
That's real. This is a beautiful, beautiful interview. And we talked about it. We've been talking about it for about 4 weeks now. And he think I wasn't listening. I hear everything.
Yes.
And as soon as this month changed, I said, Jesse, you ready? He said, hell yeah. I said, well, let's get it in.
Man, this is Bobo Luciano. Don't even know that I'm a fan of his. Before I even met him, I'm a fan of Bobo's. And I told Bobo, Here's what I told him. I said, Bobo, how come your status ain't up here, bro? Because your name rings for itself. Your status should be way up here because you Bobo Luciano.
I choose to stay grounded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
I understand it.
When I got a family, I chose family over fame.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I knew I had to be present for daughters. You know what I mean?
You have to.
I had to be present for daughters, and I had to
spoil
shield them, and I had to shield them from
the world.
That's basically it.
Yes.
Yes. I was going to start naming stuff, but basically that's it, the world. Yeah. And I think so far my wife and I have done a pretty good job of raising our kids. It's yet to be seen what they do with their lives, but you know, we put the effort into making sure that they have the tools to be successful. You know, so that's where we've been for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, so we're back because we have kids of age now to where they can kind of you know, maneuver through life themselves. But now we feel like we have a job to do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if God's going to put us here, here, or here.
It's in my spirit. You're going here.
But whatever he has for us, whatever he has for us, we're open to it and we're ready for it. And let's just say this. I ask God to prepare us for what he has in store for us. Because we say we're ready, but we never know until that time comes.
What they say.
Yes.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want God to prepare us
in his time.
In his time for whatever he has in store for us. I don't care if it happens this year. I don't care if it happens 10 years from now. But whatever it is, until then, I feel like my wife and I are going to continue to do what we do, keep being good people, and keep trying to reach people. If we could say, you know, that old cliche saying, if we could reach just one person, you know.
Let's say, Bobo, you don't understand that you have people pointing to you for salvation. She has people pointing to her for salvation. I have people pointing to me.
That's real.
You might have 10,000. She might have 100,000. I might have 5 people.
Yeah.
But when that time presents itself, be ready.
We got to be ready. And I agree with that.
And I'll tell you this, though. You have 4 girls.
Yes.
Make sure you have that relationship, man. They can call daddy no matter what.
They know it. They all know it.
Because that's the main thing. Because I see fathers this day, they try to be real strict with their daughters. And the daughters are kind of scared to tell them stuff. But you have to get that relationship, man, where that daughter can call me for anything. I don't care what it is.
That's real.
I always wanted a daughter when I got my grandbaby served her. I only got 2 boys, but I always wanted a daughter, but I have my grandbabies.
Be careful what you wish for.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Now, my wife, it's over with.
Okay.
It's over with. So
be careful what you wish for, bro. Them girls will put a whole different spin on your life, bro.
They know how to. They know how to just what to say to get you.
They do. You're in the palm of their hand. Yeah. Let's just say this: for the last 8 months, I say 9 months. We had my niece living with us, and she has a little, she's about to be 10 months old now. So they were living with us for about 6 months. So
You done said 8 months, 9 months, 6
months. Well, how long were they living? No, the baby is 10 months.
Yes.
Okay. The baby is 10 months old, you know, but what was she?
And she loved Bobo.
Bro.
I know it.
The babies do something to me, bro, especially little girls.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, because that's what I'm used to, all in my family. It's not that many boys. You know what I'm saying? It's always been a bunch of little girls that I had to watch over. So,
and that's what God got you doing.
Yeah, I got.
Hey, my grandbaby, they would say, I would say, Grandpa baby, or Nana's baby.
Grandpa baby.
Grandpa baby.
Oh, yeah. And
they know.
The baby came over today to visit because they moved out.
Yeah.
About a month ago, they came over to visit. So I had the baby. Then I gave the baby. My wife was standing up. I gave the baby to my wife. That baby said, Didn't come back to me.
The spirit, bro.
Yes,
it's the spirit.
Yeah.
One thing about it, about a person, if they walk into that door, the baby's gonna feel them. And the animals.
The dogs and the kids.
Yes.
I say that all the time.
They walk through that door and that dog barking, something wrong.
Yes. That's real.
Yes.
It's saying something. Mm-hmm. You better pay attention. But this was an excellent interview, and I appreciate you.
Hey, man,
you got to come back.
I'm coming back.
You got to be ready. You know the way out here now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
easy, too.
And I like the fact that that's right. We talked about that. I love the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And you just love the Cowboys like I love the Cowboys. You know what I'm talking about? Just to get mad on them, not at the Cowboys. You can't say nothing bad about them.
That's all
Hey,
right.
You better not say nothing.
Hey.
Wait till I get in touch with I just realized
You talking about
Davey.
Davey?
Ooh, he don't know me like that yet, but he about to meet me. But say, I got Jesse Estrello in the house. He's a real super tight guest.
No, I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.